Good move to keep out of his way. Sacco right now in line with him. Both of them down to the yellow line. They'll bring it out to the fence down here in the front stretch. And here's LaBouffe trying to cut that draft again. Full throttle, longest front stretch in NASCAR as we go down through into turn one. These guys will take it out to the high side, down to that yellow line again. LaBouffe still using the same line he did last time. Nice and smooth, that's what you've got to be. You can't force the issue here. Even though these trucks aren't as powerful as a Cup car, these guys have got it right down pat. To the outside, Sacco's looking again, but nope, back in line. LaBouffe trying to cut that draft. He is at his tailgate going down to turn two. No move being made right yet, but again, right in the same line. Down to the bottom, they'll go back to the top side. LaBouffe still over that lead, trying to cut the draft. He'll go to the hot side. At the same time, Sacco to the inside, side by side, down into turn three. They'll go flatten out. Door to door, advantage right now looks to be Sacco. He'll bobble a little bit on the rumble strips. Drag race down to the stripe. Right now, LaBouffe had the momentum off of turn three, able to take that truck, and he will lead that lap. Back in line, just a huge fight up front with our leaders. Beautiful racing going on here at Pocono, Pennsylvania. Only 10 laps and 50 to go next time by. Not much going on in the back of the pack. We're looking right now at the 51 there of Stephen Waldrop. He got to the outside of the 54, wasn't able to make the pass. Behind him, Mr. Mullins back at it again to the inside. Right now of Kepfer to the outside, door to door. He'll let him go, and Mullins trying to take advantage of that to the inside. That'll give him the ninth place spot. Mullins working his way back up through the field. Not much changing back up front, though. LaBouffe right out front. And again, Sacco's just trying to find that line, get back around him. Apparently, LaBouffe had that, obviously, about 5-6 laps ago to take over the lead. But these guys just fight tooth and nail. It's not even towards the end of this race yet. Lap 11 right now is what they're working on. 50 laps to go as we do have one guy exiting the pit. And that looks like Cody Bullock. That'd be the number 16, 21st position. Maybe a bit of a race fuel strategy here. We'll see what happens. He gets back underway, but he'll go a lap down at this point. Actually, I believe something did happen to him. I do see he was working on lap 9, and we have a caution on the way. Looks like it involves the number 3 of Andrew Hurley. His truck's around coming out of turn 2 as we also see a damaged truck. Let me see, that'll be the number 13 of Michael McKinnon. We'll get the replay up and take a look, see exactly what happened here. Looks like the 13 of McKinnon come down through turn 1 quite fast. Unfortunately lost it, and as you can see there, lost it right into the number 3 of Andrew Hurley. Hurley just a victim of circumstance in this whole thing. Overdrove the corner, lost to it around on the 13, and unfortunately Michael McKinnon will actually be the cause of this accident. Yep. We'll see McKinnon come in for his damage to get it fixed. I believe they do have one quick repair. They do. I don't believe that 13 truck is damaged enough to be fixed, but as I have to use a quick repair, I should say. I do see him kind of fighting with that front end, so I believe the front end has got to be out on that truck. He's kind of all over the place. We'll see what happened to our number 3 truck. I see the 94 is in. Andrew Hurley is in. He'll get his damage fixed. Just got spun. A little bit of damage on the rear end, a little bit of damage on the left front, but he'll go in, get 4 fresh Goodyears, some fuel into it, get ready to go again. And you see he overshot his pit there a little bit. He did use this quick fix. He's got a brand new machine. All body panels are straight. He'll get ready to go back after this caution. I want to welcome you here again to Josh White Racing eSports and the Louisiana Hunters for Heroes 150 this evening from Pocono Speedway here in the Pocono Mountains. Beautiful sunny day out. These guys putting on a killer show off the bat. Still a lot of racing left to go, and I think what we'll do is I'll check in with my guy and we'll see if we can go to our first commercial here under caution. a ton of guys get in, get some tires. Now would be the time. We'll see who wins the race off of pit lane here as I'm on the incorrect screen, not mine. That's okay. That's the way it works with live racing. You know how it goes. Bray LaBeouf there on the number 9 machine. Looks like he made it out. But Sacco kind of taking his time. We're going to see if he overshot his pit here. 29 actually getting out and about. Looks to be like the 5th place. Not exactly sure what happened. Taking a look back. Yes, he did overshoot his pit by a little bit. I'm looking on my screen right now. He did come in. And that can happen sometimes, unfortunately, with these trucks. He'll come in a little too quick. Actually, on my replay, on my screen, he came in, the truck went sideways. He had to back it up pretty quick. So that was his fault, unfortunately, at this point. Come in just a little too hard. That'll give the advantage to Bray LaBeouf there out front. Caution light's still on. And we'll bring it around. A little bit of drag out because it's a 2.5-mile track. Again, here in Pocono Mountains, just a little long of cautions. You know how it works. But LaBeouf, I'm telling you, he's been good for the past couple weeks. Sacco, not anything to be shaking a stick at, as well as Ashley Dotson. Again, Ashley Arossi in the lineup tonight. Great driver, great attitude, great racer, very respectable. Again, great time with these guys this evening. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and we'll be back here very shortly. One truck that actually did not pit just yet, Roger Bremen, that 62 machine, seeing him right now as the leader. With that being said, we're going to see what he can do on these old tires. He will be lighter in the rear end because of fuel, obviously, 14 laps in, but with these old tires, I mean, this track doesn't usually chew them up all that bad, so it might give him the advantage. All the way back from 21st will be the man on the move right at the moment in time in that 62 machine. But I don't think he's going to have a chance to hang on. LaBeouf has been fast all night long. He's got some fresh skins underneath that truck. And, again, I think he's just going to get run over. That is his decision. We'll see what happens. It makes for some good racing on the restarts here. And also, the initial racing restart is at the leader's discretion. Keep that one thing in mind. So here's the deal. When you take a super speedway, you don't want to get way out ahead, especially so you usually jump when the light turns green. But with these guys right here, it is a little bit of an advantage to get out front. So the draft is an important factor here. But on the same note, if you can get away and you can get a good line going, there's a good chance you can beat the field. So the advantage will go to Bream if he gets out front, gets away from everybody, and say there's another caution. He's going to be the first option to go in. He'll still be up front. So it's not a bad move to make. We're only, again, like I said, 14 laps into this race. And I think it's going to be a killer chance on Roger Bream's end with that 62. Like I said, caution's drawn a little bit out here. Hopefully we don't have too many of them, but we'll continue on here. Doubling them up here at the line, like we said before. Advantage right now would be Brady LaBeouf there with those 4 fresh tires. And there's just going to be a guy right now, Roger Bream there. He's going to start this field, but again, old tires, still low on fuel. He's still got a long way to go before he's got to get fuel, but can he hold on to that lead? Watch that number 62 there in the point. We'll bring him down through turn 2, it looks right now, on the Long Pond stretch. That is that long between turn 2 and turn 3. The reason they call it that, the road in the background actually is Long Pond Road. Believe it or not, that's the way the track was built into it. Been to this place multiple times. If you ever have a chance to go there, I highly suggest it. I've been there Oh, multiple to the point where I love going back every year. Of course, this year a little bit different, but you know how that is going on. As trucks now come down through turn 3, they'll get to the flat portion of it in the apex, and they will bunch up. We'll see exactly what Roger can do with this 62. When the pace truck pulls off, which is now, they go green pretty immediately. Right, here we go. Breen waiting for that green flag. LaBeouf takes off. He'll take it in the rear end, unfortunately, by Ashley Dodson. Dodson getting around. I believe that 62 just spun the tires. Big battle up front right now. LaBeouf getting away, but the 54 behind him. Chris Baines, you haven't seen him up front all night. Behind him, unfortunately, fortunately was Sacco. Sacco was unfortunately, what I was trying to say, got into a spin, overshot it, backed up, able to straight up that truck, and right now he is in the 3rd spot, able to get up through the field. That check up there by Roger, unfortunately, hurt him. He's way back towards the tail end of the field, but it really helped these front 3. Sacco right now trying to hunt down that number 54 of Chris Baines. Baines right now two lengths back to the leader. They are single file coming down the front stretch. New guy in the mix, Jason Kepfer. He is in 4th place right now in that 33 machine. The state of West Virginia State alumni, 33. They'll bring it down here to turn 1. Sacco right now gathering up to 2nd place. 3 car lengths back, maybe 4. It was 5 to 6 last time. Sacco with the great line going on. Has the advantage right now of these guys. Still trying to catch him. No change between the top 2. Riding aboard right now. Looks like LaBeouf. Actually, that'd be Mullins, number 20 or number 2. The 29 right now in that 3rd place spot, though. Still trying to take and hunt down these guys up front. Great line by the 29. Still fresh rubber on those trucks. Going to be breaking them in here on about the 3rd or 4th lap. And as you can see right now, they went green here on lap 15. This will be the 3rd lap, so you're going to start seeing some action up front. Sacco using that draft to get up to the 2nd place of the 54 machine of Baines. Baines down to the inside there. He'll take it just off the first apex. There's 2 apexes here in turn 1. If you look, there's little gray squares that'll show you that. And they're built into the track. That's one thing I learned a long time ago. Top 3 right now have broken away. Keffer's got to be about 12 truck lengths back there coming down through the long stretch there. Chris Baines a little bit slow there, about 4 truck lengths back now from the top spot. In 3rd place, Chris Baines. He's trying to fight to get there. Getting ever so closer to that 2nd place spot. Keep in mind, when Sacco gets up to Chris Baines, he will have a chance to get around. It's going to take him a little bit, but he's been fast all night long. LaBeouf still out front, trying to cut that draft down the front stretch. The 54 will have none of that. He'll follow him through. To the outside of him, though, Sacco with the advantage, trying to get in that hole. Not enough. Slam the door by the 54 to the top side. And again, our top 3 head down to turn 1. Evenly spread out right now. 1, 2, 3. At least 3 truck lengths between them. It was a great race down to turn 1. Still evenly spread out down the long stretch. Down the long stretch, not to the long pound stretch yet. They'll head to turn 2. Down to the bottom they'll go. 54, a little lower line there. Scrubbing the tires up a little bit. LaBeouf to the 2nd groove. And that advantage will go to the 54. He gains about a truck length there on the leader. Same time behind him, blowing off Sacco. Sacco losing a spot just a little bit. 54 again down to that yellow line. He is catching the number 9 LaBeouf. We'll see what happens coming down the front stretch. LaBeouf again trying to cut that draft to the inside. While these guys are making that snake-like move, it shortens up their length. That's why Sacco has the advantage of staying right in line. Not the draft advantage, but he does shorten up their run. 54 again with a lower line right down below the apex, going through 1, 2nd apex there. Again, that's what those gray squares in the track are all about. Was able to catch him 2 truck lengths, but now it looks like he fell back a little bit down through turn 1. Still a huge advantage